Okay, I want to just do a brief overview on this style of the MTD single speed FNR for neutral reverse transaxle, where I'm planning on using these outer axles with what now I've decided to be, I'm going to cut all the way over and cut back. When I first thought where I'd cut like that, I'd be cutting out where the bushing bearing seats, so I don't want to do that. I want to keep those present. Yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to document, but while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and detail a little bit of the disassembly. So where the pulley was on top, that was a 7/8 inch nut, so that had to come off 2 washers and kind of like a lawnmower hex star sprocket looking, adapter to mount the pulley on the spline of the somewhere in the box here. Yeah, that shaft that's going to that bevel gear. Let's get this mask off. That's, and then the 3/8 inch bolts, once those are all removed, what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Once those were removed, did I count that right? 13? I must have missed 2. Yeah, 13. I missed 2. Yep. Then the rest of the disassembly was pretty much cutting with a grinder. So this here, I cut a washer back here in half, and then this little pin. And it looked like a bolt on one of the designs. There must be a easier to disassemble design, or maybe I don't know. I got mentally jammed or something, misinterpreted, but and I was going by hearsay, but it sounded like it was a bolt on the one design. This is basically a press fit rivets, and so hammered down or whatever, and so that washer cut in half. This head, of course, has a slot now, but no big deal. I'm not going to reassemble this. Good steel, I think, to use later. 2 washers were on each side, and that popped out. This case was still stuck for the differential and the gear, so that was also another one of those 4 rivets. Ground those heads off, and it didn't want to come off easy. It wouldn't pound out, at least with having the tires still on, the rims and tires still on. So I didn't have much of a swing, so I just took a breaker bar and pried those off on both sides, and those popped out. Once those were removed, the gear was basically on the one shaft, the longer shaft, and these 3/4 inch sockets had nuts, just need to be removed, and that bevel gear came off. That's on a spline, and then the gear came off, and there's a washer spacer behind that. So I'm going to reuse those because I have this why not attitude. Why not just use everything, including those bevel gears as spacers, and then just add some more washers and maybe even a gasket of some sort. So maybe there's a little better seal on this shaft end with those casing, and so hold in grease better. And I'm almost thinking I might drill on each one, drill and tap and put a zert in, because I've got a bunch of zerts somewhere, so I can grease those in the future. And yeah, that's about it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all those gears in the center of the box section, but I don't know. There might be some use in the future, kind of cool in here. Got like a little, I think they call it a yoke or a fork, you know, it basically engages or disengages. Actually, the fork's in the wrong position. It should be right there. So it engages one or the other bevel gears. So one's going forward, one's going reverse. I suppose in the middle, if there's that, there's probably the neutral also. Yeah, it should be a neutral. So forward, neutral, and reverse. FNR, duh. Then you got your brakes, and there's part of the brakes missing. A really super simple design, you know, and coming into that, those two bevel gears, your drive, you know, basically drive line, you got that bevel gear, the shaft, and that comes up to the pulley. So, and those other two bevel gears are in the differential. Of course, the differential has the 4 bevel gears. Okay, yeah, just want to document that though. Basically, kind of summarize mainly in 6 minutes later of, might as well document it. I'm going to just get to cut the case all the way back so I have this whole assembly. I don't want to lose that. And then I'll make another video documenting how I'm going to mount that. I think that'll be good. Okay, be safe, stay healthy, and until next time, learn something new.